Trish. How you
How
doing?
you doing? Oh, y'all, welcome to What I Know So Far. I'm Trish Suhr with the gorgeous, glowing in pink, if you're not watching this on YouTube, Karen Mills. Hello, darling.
Hi, honey.
I'm so tickled. I'm still on the high of getting to see you last week in
I know,
person and getting quality time.
We got to see each other in person. It was short-lived, but it was worth it. It was so fun. And let me just say that a true friend will drive you to LAX.
Thank you. Can I tell
Only
you?
a true friend will.
Thank you. And that is true because listen, normally I'm like, let me pay for your car service because I don't want to drive. But it was like great quality time together. And Karen and I we love the ocean, you and I. And so we took a dreamy canyon drive and it was a perfect, I think maybe because it's kind of into summer, the traffic wasn't as heavy as it normally could be. And we had a gorgeous PCH ocean drive to the airport. Didn't we?
And I saw 4 dolphins.
And Karen saw 4 dolphins. It really was one of those dreamy, and the ocean, it was one of those mornings, y'all. And if you live by the sea, good for you, but you understand, it was one of those gorgeous, glassy ocean mornings. And I always call that dolphin water because the calmer the ocean, it's like the dolphins are out there like, hey, girl, like happy, and you can't miss them. And sure enough, Karen saw 4 dolphins.
Yeah,
So,
if I could have just gone out there and wallered them, then I would have been, in total heaven. But it was still a thrill. It's always a thrill if I see any marine life. I'm just like beside myself.
I'm with you. I think when I see any animal of the sea, and I act like they've come just for me. I know that's insanity. I'm aware that sounds out to lunch, but I really believe they're coming just to say hi to me.
I know,
So I'm like,
it seems that way. And when I was on an Alaskan cruise, and I was working the cruise, but I did a whale watch, and it was like major National Geographic stuff because it was during the herring run, and so we were so close to this giant pod of whales, and it was just unbelievable. And so here we are all going out there, and this was back in flip phone days, and I had my little flip phone like I was going to get this great photo of these dolphins.
this grainy, pixelated.
Yeah.
You didn't know. We didn't know what was coming.
I didn't know, but everyone else on the excursion had lens that long. I mean, I'm not kidding. And I'm like, my flip phone. I'm like, oh, I guess I'm ill prepared. But I was there not so much to take pictures, just to take it in. And so I didn't really care at that time. That was before we documented every minute of every day. But on the way out there, I just keep getting this anxiety over this baby sea lion that was struggling to get up on a buoy. And I was just like trying to go, I'm going, hey, can't we just wait a minute and go help that little baby up? And they said, they manage without our help.
All the time.
All the time. She'll figure it out, or her mama will help her. It's okay.
I love that you're a helicopter animal mom, as am I. That makes me feel better. If I'm not the person that stands on the beach and cusses people, like when I'm in Hawaii and I see a tourist get too close to they call them honus, but that's Hawaiian for turtle, honus that are like, just kind of relaxing. And Hawaiians will tell you, they make it clear, please don't get more than 10 feet. I would think that's normal non-dipstick knowledge, but there's dipsticks everywhere.
Yeah.
And I will always be like, back up. I turn into, suddenly I'm a park ranger or a beach, I don't know what you call beach, I don't know.
Well, we're self-appointed animal police.
Thank you, self-appointed. I come out real serious. I should start traveling on vacation, as Jay says, with a megaphone and weird orange cones so I can cone off their area. Because I'm always like, back up. And he's like, babe, trust me, that turtle's going to turn around and be like, screw y'all, I'm going back in the sea if you... But I was like, I don't want these people this close to him. I get very same with anytime you see a big sea lion that's rolled up to beach themselves and just take a nap. You don't need to get up on that animal. Like, let that animal be. It's tired. God knows how many miles it's hundreds of miles.
Like, just give me this minute.
Give me this minute. So, yes, I did take Karen to LAX. I've now had many a friend in Los Angeles DM me and say, hey, didn't know you were offering that service. Yeah. I said, oh, no, it's a very, very few. The rest of you can call an Uber.
Yeah, that's one reason, because I certainly don't know how to navigate all of LA. And secondly, we don't see each other very much, and you're just being the kind, sweet friend you are. So,
Well, honey, I love you. And like I said, it was gorgeous quality time. And I got to listen to an audiobook on the way back, which I'm about to share with y'all. And we'll put it in the show notes because I have been on a audiobook tear. I sent it to Kay. And I've been sending it to everybody. So everybody in my like tight friend group, Sabrina was like, send that to me. I have found this guy. I act like I found him. Like he's a world famous speaker. Like, let me not act like I am some, look at me, Trish Suhr, cutting edge breaking news. No.
yeah. Open
He's
book
new
club.
to,
Yeah.
right. He's new to me. So as soon as I say this, y'all be like, yeah, girl, we know him. Or if he happens to hear this, Robin Sharma is his name. Robin Sharma is an amazing speaker. I don't like the word self-help for him because he's really about, he's the kind of guy that gets people like high performance athletes and billionaires above the game they're already at. And he is just such a brilliant mind. I kind of think of him as almost like a more Zen Mel Robbins, because I love Mel. We love Mel. But he's a different energy. That's the best way I can explain it. So it's not poo-pooing either of them. They just move differently, right? Yeah. And he's Canadian by birth and lives in Italy now. So he's just got a different, like a zen to him, if you will. And he's written this book. I'm going to get it right because I know I'm the kind of person that will not get it right. I'll butcher the name of the book, but I'm going to put it in the show notes because it's become on rotation for me. It is called The 8 Hidden Habits to Live Your Richest Life. It's The Wealth Money Can't Buy by Robin Sharma. Y'all, this book, it's almost one of those books, you can pick it up anywhere and you've learned something. It's not a linear book, so you can pick it up anyway. I am all in, okay, on like these little nuggets. And I know we've talked about this before, but when somebody says something and you've heard it before, it's not like he's saying some riveting knowledge none of us have ever heard. Okay.
Right.
Sorry, Robin Sharma, but you probably know this too. And I think you say this in the book. But the truth is, it's sometimes somebody says it in a way that you're ready to digest it or you receive it. And that's where I'm at right now with this book. So and if you have Spotify, not that I'm a fan of them because they don't take care of their artists. You heard me, Spotify. But if you have their premium, it's free audiobook on their premium account. So I say that because you might as well get something good out of all the poo-pooiness that Spotify does. You heard me, Spotify. So, but get it just to like put on and maybe listen to in traffic, or if you got kids on school pickup. But just I love filling my brain with the good stuff. I've gotten really good lately, y'all, about knocking out the bad stuff, because your girl used to love a serial killer documentary or podcast. I've knocked them off. I've gotten rid of them. So I'm replacing with things that fill my cup, and this is one of those things. So not that any of you asked, but I sent it to Kay because it really has hit me well, and I like things when I'm on a plane instead of playing solitaire or Candy Crush for 4 hours. Something that might. Not that you couldn't multitask and do both.
That's right. Yeah.
But that's what Are you listening to anything right now, or are you feeling it? Because I know you manage so much with life and mama and just in general.
Yeah, no, I'm kind of in between things right now, and I haven't started anything new. Now, we've been watching, now that you're getting the bad stuff out of your life,
yes.
Christy and I have been like binging Criminal Minds next evolution lately.
Oh, but that's good. See, I had to get off of it.
I know.
I was the same girl. Nothing used to tuck me in better at night than a Law and Order SVU. Olivia Benson saving somebody from some horrible incest situation, some wretched, trafficking. I'd be like, cozy. What in the that was the last
how
thing
I relax after watching the news. So
I'm with you. I've muted news. I mean, it's wild what I've had to do, right? It's It's to preserve my peace. I have had to do this lately, and it's not head in the sand mentality. It's like, we have jobs where we make people laugh for a living, and I'm not a political comic. I'm not day and date, timestamp, although I appreciate all those. I mean, Josh Johnson, if you don't watch The Daily Show, sweet Josh Johnson's killing it.
Hilarious.
He's brilliant. He's
he
absolutely Brilliant. So I have all the respect in the world. For me, I like to stay in this like high vibe orbit, and I get taken down by the weight of the world. Like Karen and that seal on the buoy. I'm in a ditch. I'd worry about that seal for the next 3 days. I'd want somebody to like fly a drone over so I know it's okay.
Just make sure he got up there.
Just want to know.
Yeah. But, you know, we've always loved those type of shows, and so we're watching now. But I just did the California run. I got back. I had a corporate up in Gatlinburg, going to Gatlinburg would have been a good time to listen to that, but I was catching up on my correspondence.
You were calling everybody because I know I got a gorgeous hour call
that I missed while I was out and about. Plus, you know, my mom's TV went out, and so there was that.
Is she back on has she figured out the do-si-do of the remotes, Kay? I know this is an ongoing saga. If y'all didn't listen last week, Kay's little mama, her TV went out. Kay had to get her a smart TV. So
yeah, because the TV she had that she was used to, that she's had for 10 years, is no longer made. So it went out, and now we had to move to a smart TV. And the smart TV comes up with all the apps. She doesn't care about all the apps. She's not trying to stream the Hunting Wives. She's
bless her heart.
She's trying to get to Andy Griffith. That's what she's trying to do.
Bless it.
And so it's very simple, though, to navigate to her direct TV. It was 2 down, 2 to the right. Hit the button.
Okay.
And if you get lost, then go back home. So I even made her a little song up. Said, 2 down, 2 to the right. Hit that button with all your might. If you get lost, don't throw the phone. Hit that house and go back home. Go back home. Go back home.
It's catchy, really.
Yeah, it is. And so has she... I've been gone. I was gone 7 days. She didn't turn the TV off because I'd say, "How's TV?" "Oh, I hadn't turned it off. I'm afraid I can't get back to it." I said, "Mom, you remember the song?" And she said, "Yeah, I love the song." So she knows the song. I love that song. I think you could write songs. You need to go to Nashville, but.
But she's like, I ain't messing with my program.
Not messing with the remote.
No, you can do what you want to. I'm surprised she doesn't put a little, we should get her just Duvetine, like a blackout drape to throw over it like a bird in a cage, so that light doesn't bother her none. Yeah. But she just can put it to bed and then pull that drape off.
I'll get Christy to install a screen in the ceiling and drop it down.
Hey, now you're onto something. Chrissy's like, oh, hell. One more thing to tend to. And then your mom is going to be like, I can't. I'm going to just leave it down. Mm-hmm. That is funny. Oh, my Lord.
So here we are. So we're navigating smart TV. So I'm hoping now that I'm home. She said, once you get home, I'll try to figure out, turn it on and off. I didn't want to do it while you're out of town. Now, of course, my brother could go right over there and show her.
Yeah, what is that? Is it just because we think, obviously we know usually, I mean, I'm speaking generalized, but I have a brother that the sister sibling is usually a little, not more capable, but maybe a little more on it with the mamas. Is that what it is?
Well, it depends on what it is, you know. It depends on what she needs. But,
correct.
And my brother's got her, I mean, he knows how to work a TV for crying out loud.
Of course.
But she comes from let's leave well enough alone.
Bless.
Yeah. So.
See, my mom would literally just unplug it because she thinks everything's listening, like Siri, everything. So even smart, she just unplugs everything at night. She's like, can't take no chances, even the toaster. I'm like, okay, girl. Okay, girl, you do you. Like, yeah, Judy's a different bag. My mom's a whole different bag of chips. Then we got Jace's little mama, who is so smart. She calls the other day and goes, hey, girl, what's your sign-in for HBO? She's 89 and was like, no problem. I knew you had it. I'm going to watch some documentary. And I said, well, yeah, of course you can sign in to watch it. She goes, I won't keep it. I was like, well, Mama, I can add you. Like, it's just me. I don't know nobody else, you know. I'm like,
yeah.
I don't think you're sharing it with the world. But I was like, she was 89. And I'm sorry, didn't call me, text me and was like, hey, girl. Literally said, hey, girl, at 89. I was like, I love this woman. Shirley Nell is my spirit animal.
No
Meanwhile,
kidding.
my mom's like, I'm not watching anything. And then she says to me, that's not you? Because I'd said to my mom when I was visiting her last, I had HBO on, we were watching Righteous Gemstones. And my mom goes, "That's not you. Why would somebody put that picture up of you? Because they have the avatars on HBO." And I'm like, "Mama, that's Jennifer Coolidge." She goes, "Somebody said that was you." I'm like, "No, oh God, never mind." Like, I was like, "I put the picture and put my name she could not wrap her brain around that. Like, my mom doesn't understand the concept of avatar. Thank goodness I didn't pick, somebody else like Danny McBride. She'd have been like, "Oh, what slanderous people are saying that's you." I'm telling you, I'm just breathing through it all.
Yeah.
I know. I'm getting to go home when I go out in October. And my mom's like, "Do you want to do the fall festival?" I forgot Middlesboro had a fall festival. And I was like, as long as I don't have to get on a float. Yeah. After the Christmas parade that was terrifying, I was like, I'll hug a baby and love on everybody. I said, but I might go. I haven't gone to our fall festival I haven't gone to a fall festival. Let me back that up.
Yeah.
20 years?
Yeah, me neither. Maybe longer. Yeah, to a fall festival. But hey, that, some content there. There's some material there.
I can't. I mean, that'll be what a time to be alive that shall be. I can't wait. I can't wait. My mom at a fall festival, she'll be cussing everybody. I'm sure of it. Can't wait to see how that goes down. So I'll let y'all know. Middlesboro, I'll see you in the fall, y'all.
See you in the fall, y'all.
What else? Oh, my dogs are still very sad and grieving. My dogs, Dude and Wesley, my doodle and my lab, are madly in love with Karen Mills. And Wesley has gone in and laid in the bed in my guest bedroom and is like grieved that Karen's gone. And I'm like, it's okay. She'll be back.
He sat on me. So, sat.
I will put
like
it.
I was a pillow.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to put it up on our feed because I took pictures. You just wouldn't believe. They wallered Karen whole. She literally looks. She's tiny anyway. Kay is so tiny. You literally look miniature with these big. Because my dogs are 80 pounds, and then to see little Kay, it's like a head. It's like teeny, like a fairy, and these big, massive dogs just guarding her, literally guarding her.
So sweet.
You've got those little tiny pocket precious dogs, and mine are like moosekins. I was like, Lord.
I love them all.
I know, and they love you. Lord God, they love you. It's like they all know Karen speaks their language, so they're like, cool. And then Dude snuggled up and passed out next to her, like, oh, thank God. We can rest, the sensible ones here.
Those are designer dogs, and they are, but they are rough and tumble too. And they don't just like sit pretty, even though they are beautiful dogs. They romp but are very well behaved. And you do affirmations with them in the morning.
Y'all, I do. I said to Karen, "Do you want to watch this?" She was like, "What are you talking about?" I was like, "Here you go." In the morning, we give them a greenie every morning. After they eat breakfast. And when we give them their greenie, because they're so dialed in and want a greenie so bad, I don't know. Jason, I wonder what the heck they really put in greenies, because when you read the back of the ingredients, none of it makes sense. It's like weird word salad. Yeah. They're like crude protein. And I'm like, what is crude protein? Like, what are we doing here?
Yeah.
And they're like, spirulina. And I'm like, huh? For my dog? But anyway, so we give them affirmations while we give them their greenies. I'll have to record it one day for y'all. But they'll sit and I'm like, y'all, let's be kind today. You're beautiful. Everybody loves you. I love being your mama. Your dad loves being your daddy. Let's be good to everybody we meet. Spread love and joy. And then I make them shake and do little tricks to be dialed in, and then they get their greenie. And Karen got to witness the nonsense. It's nonsense, y'all. I did not birth human children, and I'm sure people have all these tricks for human children. But I do this for my baby children that are of fur, and I love them dearly.
I know. When these got back from the pet sitter, they were just so overjoyed that, to be home, even though they love being there and have a ball. But they still lose their mind when I get back in town. So it's just sweet. I can't take how much I love them.
I know it. It's when you leave them. I always look at Jason. I go, he goes, "I love you, and I'm gonna miss you." I was like, "I'm gonna miss you and these dogs." Like,
Yeah.
I'm like, "Oh, I'm so sorry." And he gets it when he leaves. He goes, "I'm gonna miss you," and then he'll look at Dude and be like, "I'm going to miss you the most." I'm like, wait a second, what? He's like, they can't pick up the phone. And our dogs can't see screens. I don't know, can Jax and Zoe see screens like TVs or cell phone, like FaceTime? Can they see the actual screen? Because
I
some
don't
dogs
know.
can.
Yeah, some dogs can.
Ours cannot. Neither
I
of them.
don't. I don't really know. I've never noticed them observing anything. Sometimes you'll see an Instagram or something where a dog is watching,
TV, like intently.
Yeah, like intently,
Yeah.
and they've never really done that. Now, if they hear something bark, they'll
yeah.
perk up. But
Sure,
not.
barking and doorbells. They'll be like,
Yeah.
what was that?
Yeah,
But
yeah.
they can't see the screens. So Jace will always be like, well, I can FaceTime you. I can't FaceTime dude. I'm like, oh my gosh, he's not wrong.
I
Like
know
he'll try
we're
to
all
put,
nuts.
yeah, we're nuts. Oh, if I could sit and just watch them, like it's calming for me. How people go and like look at a lava lamp or an aquarium. That's me watching my dogs nap. I'm like, oh, thank goodness.
I love that the post that Emily Sailor's Indigo Girls posted about Melissa Etheridge and them going to the shelter and loving on dogs while they were in town. I should do that. I
You
get
should do that.
so
You know what?
traumatized
When
by
we go,
shelters.
no, but when we go, here's the thing. I say, because Karen and I were talking about going out together on the road, I will happily go to a shelter because I feel like I'd need you to go with me because if I go alone, I'll leave with a dog.
Well, I'd be so depressed that I can't save them all that it just puts me in a ditch. So that's what
know.
I have to figure out.
I know there's these great boys, Eric and Joey, on Instagram that go and take a shelter dog out for the day and run it and make more visibility. Get it outside, let it get a pup cup, all these things, and get it more visibility so that people can adopt wherever they're at. But I am hysterical crying after every single one of these dogs that they post. And I'm in a ditch, and y'all know my feed is comedy. And can you please help save these dogs? And I try to put up something fun and lighthearted too, because I love anything that makes us all feel better about ourselves and empower each other. But I'm putting up dogs all across these United States. I don't care if it's in Rhode Island or Atlanta or LA. I need us all to save these dogs.
Well, and we constantly text dog stuff back and forth or Instagram it back and forth to show each other stuff. Well, and donkeys.
And I was just about
Dogs
to
and
say,
donkeys.
baby donkeys,
Baby
and y'all,
goats.
baby goats. And the newest thing that has rolled up in my feed because our phones are listening is these black-faced sheep. Have y'all seen these? Mm-mm. Okay, and you've probably seen them like they're in, I want to say New Zealand. Forgive me for getting geographically the wrong place, like New Zealand and Australia, but they're the sheep you see that have black faces and almost like black. They look like they have black boots on, and the rest of them are kind of like a creamy beige color, and they have little horns, but they hop around. They're like doodles. They're like dogs. I'll post it on the what I know so far in our stories so you can see. But y'all, I've become obsessed. I keep saying to Jace, we need one of these little black-faced precious sheep. They're the cutest things. They have so much energy. And there's one video I found was two of them on the porch of the farmhouse that they live at. And they were excited to hear their hooves on the wood of the porch. So they were jumping and like literally like dancing. And everybody's getting tickled. And they jump up on the grass and then jump back on because they were so tickled by the sound of their own hooves, like they were tap dancing. Jason and I was like, this has become our lives. We could take to the bed for an hour and watch these sheep because they feel like dogs. And I was like, we need one. He goes, we're going to walk a sheep with a doodle.
You live at a nature preserve or whatever.
I do live in a nature preserve. I do. Could you imagine I'm out here and I'm having to whoop a mountain lion's ass trying to come for my sheep? Don't come for my sheep, son. I will come for you. We've got to bring them inside, litter box, train them. It'll be a whole thing.
Yeah, it'll be a whole thing. Yeah, I might need to get the farm first.
Thank you. We've talked about that. You and I have. I say all the time, if I had two end goals, one is just to move to some beach somewhere that I can get a farm at the beach.
Yeah, is there such a thing?
Is there such a thing? I feel like there is in Europe, right? Like a Portugal or a Spain. Like I feel like you could do a sea, and there is in Malibu, so it's got to be similar. I just don't know that. Hey, God willing, I'm going to keep it. Don't let me shortchange my blessings. Maybe God will get me a Malibu beach farm. I would take one in a minute. I'd be that heifer with all the animals. Bring them my way. Because, what a dream to live at the beach with a bunch of animals. I'd tend to all of them. I sent Karen this rescue the other day. I don't know where it is for the senior dogs. That this lady does nothing but rescue senior dogs.
I know.
And
So sweet.
they just live. I was like, look at these little precious. She has like the old granny and grandpa area where they can just lay in the sun, and then the ones that are like senior, but but they're all everyone's tiny. So every one of them was these tiny. I was like, this is the cutest thing I have ever seen. It was just like a little old retirement home for old senior dogs.
Yeah,
And I was like,
I know. So
sign me
sweet.
up.
Because I got a little senior, and it just breaks my heart because every year that passes, I'm just like,
I know it. I know it. Well, I'll have to come and medicate you when I already know. I understand. I mean, honey, listen, there is no loss like it. I said to Jace when we got Dude, I bust into tears. He was like 2 months old. I just bust into tears one day. I was a mess. He's like, what is wrong with you? I was like, he's gonna die someday. And I just lost it. I was upset for the whole day.
Yeah.
He's 2 months old. He's like, are you okay? I'm like, I'm sorry. Also, part of being a funeral kid, like, no, 10 out of 10 of us are dying. Like, it's how,
Right.
it's kind of the,
We're all going to someday.
we're all going to. It's a circle of life, right?
But yeah.
When
But
you
more
see
than likely, I'm going to outlive him, which
more
means
than
I'm going
likely,
to,
I'm going to outlive the dude. And God willing, and the creek don't rise, knocking on wood. But I just get your heart breaks because you're like, I want him to live as long as we live. Like, because that's your soul dog, Zoe.
Zoe, well, and Chloe. I had a Chloe.
Oh,
that was,
she was. Chloe was your soul dog too.
Yeah, I feel like I've had quite a connection with a couple. The ones I can have conversations with. And Chloe, I mean, Zoe is, she is the happiest, sweetest, lovingest little thing. But Chloe, she was a rat terrier mix. And she was born in the country next to where I grew up. My mom and dad still alive. My dad was still alive back then, and I'd gone to visit them. And the house next door, Mom mentioned they had puppies, and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna go down and see the puppies. And so I went down there, and Trixie, which was the mama dog, she came out to bark at me, and then here come 9 little puppies, all not. 8 of them were raising hell with me, just barking, just like Trixie. And this one little dog just came over wagging her tail and came right up to me and just looked up at me. And then the lady came out that owned the dogs, and she said, I found them all homes but that one. That's the only one. I guess I'm just going to drop her at the shelter. And I picked her up, and I said, she's got the best home of any of them.
Oh, Kay, I didn't know that story of Chloe.
Yeah.
Oh, that makes my, see, yeah, she's your soul dog. She chose you.
She chose me. Yeah, that's right. And we had full-on conversations. I mean, just like you have with Dude. I mean, you have a conversation, and she knew exactly what I meant. I knew what she meant. We just, yeah.
I've had one other one. That was Truman. He was persnickety, y'all. I got the old curmudgeoniest. He was a hateful mess. I was doing a show in, where was I? Sun Valley, Idaho. I was doing a show at this bougie, like super hoopty-doo. I didn't even know what Sun Valley, Idaho was. It's like money. It's money, ski town. Like, they got so much money, y'all, they heat the sidewalks in this town.
Oh,
So that they're never icy. I know. I was like, why isn't there any ice on the sidewalks? And everybody just kind of smiled. And then I bent down and put my hand on it, and they're warmed. I was like, oh, y'all got money. I was like, dang, dog. Yeah.
Yeah, crazy money.
Crazy money. Like, they don't ever have to shovel them because they just warm them. It's amazing. Anyway, so I was there, and they were doing like the local TV morning show from the ski lodge upstairs, and I could see the TV lights and stuff. And the show's playing on the screens downstairs, and they were doing the adoptive pet of the week. And I was there right after, like probably beginning of March. And this litter was found President's Weekend, so they named all the litter after presidents. And there she was, this news anchor up there hugging Truman, after Harry Truman. And I looked at that dog, and I was with my ex-husband at the time, and I remember I said, I literally got up in those wretched ski boots where you walk like the Terminator, up the stairs of this lodge, and he goes, where are you going? I was like, I need to go hug that dog. I need to go hug that dog. Like, I was like, he was 8 weeks old. I was like, I need to hug that dog. I trample up there. As soon as they came off air, I said, can I say hi? The lady from the shelter was like, sure. He leaped out of the lady from the shelter's arms into my arms, put his head on my shoulder, and went, and fell asleep. That was that. Like, oh.
You're my person. I found my person. Yeah.
Yeah. And I was like, oh, my Lord. And my ex-husband looked at me, and I said, I don't know what to tell you. We weren't even married yet. We'd been dating a couple years. And I looked at him. I said, I don't know what to tell you, but this is my dog. I literally looked at everybody, and I said, what do we need to do? Because this is my dog. Like, I knew it. That I just was like, and by the way, I'd never had, he was a Belgian Malinois, y'all, which I'll later tell that. Like, basically a Navy SEAL. I basically got a baby Navy SEAL. I didn't know nothing about a Belgian Malinois. I was just like, that's my child. And get this dog, and we get him back, and when I got him back to LA, I had to pick him up. He had to fly like Delta, like the special Delta flight. I pick him up at Delta, and they're like, is he a military working dog? That was my first, like, what? And they're like, oh, are you training a police dog? And I was like, what? Everybody at pickup was like, we love Belgian Malinois. I was like, I don't know what you're talking about. And then come to find out, he's a Belgian Malinois. They're super high functioning working dogs, and like real smart, like painfully smart, and they have to be worked constantly. Well, I'm a comic that travels. So, and at the time I was on Clean House. I was on the show Clean House. So I was constantly traveling. I probably spent what it takes to put a child through Harvard to educate, board, and train my Truman, because he was such a high functioning, crazy, but it was my baby. I was my baby child. I had him for 12 years until he passed away. I loved that crazy son. But let me tell y'all, do not get a Belgian Malinois unless you're ready to invest a lot and basically you too become a Navy SEAL. That dog could swim. You know how dogs swim all crazy and splash?
Yeah.
He wouldn't even make a wake in the water, right? Like, he would just slither like a snake when he's in the water. So cut to my brother, who's an actual Navy SEAL, right?
Yeah.
Comes to my house, sees the dog out in the pool. He's outside. I'm inside on a phone call. He comes and leans in and goes, hey, Trish, I need you to come out here. And I was like, hold on. I get off the call. I come out. I go, David, what's wrong? He goes, why did you get this dog? And I said, what are you talking about? Why'd I get this dog? He goes, why did you get this dog? I said, I don't know what you're talking about. He's precious. He goes, Trish, he's a Malinois. I go, what? He goes, he's a Malinois. I go, David, you could say it 5 more times. I don't know what you're saying. He goes, they are the dogs I work with, okay? And so then David stands at the end of the pool and starts doing random hand commands that I have never trained this dog to do. And this dog immediately knows. Truman knew all the hand signals, would go back and retrieve the ball. He would do these maneuvers in the pool that I was like, what is happening? I have a trained killer in my house. Like, it was insane to me that I had no idea what he was. And David's like, this was the point. I said, David, I had this dog in Christmas cards for 2 years before you're here now seeing this dog. Why didn't you say something? He goes, Trish, to be fair, you had him in a scarf and nothing about him looked like a Malinois. Okay. I wasn't really, I was like, fair enough.
If it had him in a combat helmet, maybe I would have.
So he was like, literally, he's in a like sweater one year that says Happy Holidays, and the next year was a scarf. And David's like, I was like, what is she doing? Not, oh, it's a Malinois.
Yeah, and he was probably extra embarrassed now that you know what he was. That.
It was so true. I say all the time too. I think he was also a little like on edge because he was mad he didn't get a wealthy family in Sun Valley. He got me in the valley of Los Angeles.
Yeah, I bet he was pretty happy with his life. But why didn't they tell you when you adopted him?
They said, this is what they said. They said the story about Killjet. Somebody took the mom and the litter and threw them in a dumpster behind a 7-Eleven. So a mom put him literally in the trash. And so we got him at 8 weeks old, 9 weeks old, something like that, 8-9 weeks. And to the day he left this earth, if you shook a trash bag, like to put it in the trash can, like open up a trash bag, he would shake, because that was how much it was I mean, Lord, he lived a palatial life in our house, but he would just get nervous anytime he heard a trash bag, which you realize what a core memory for that little baby, because you think about how long were they in there. And the mama aesthetically looked like a Rottweiler, but had the body of a lab. So they were like, you didn't know what he was going to be. And so I had his DNA ran. Yes, I did. Yes, I'm that. And it was like 80, almost 90. It was like 88% Malinois, and the rest was Rottweiler and Lab.
Oh, wow.
So whatever his DNA component, I think she went and got sassy on the streets with a Malinois, right? And then, because she was a cutie, but she was all the markings of a Rott, but had a physical body of a Lab.
Was she okay too?
Oh, honey, they all got adopted, every single one of them. And Truman and what was it, Polk? I was like, baby, y'all named this because they named him after presidents. I said, y'all picked Polk. I didn't even know we had a President Polk.
Yeah, I knew we had a President Polk, but Polk is hard to say.
I said, y'all couldn't, like, because they did, Teddy Roosevelt, and then all I said, couldn't you something, Clinton, something easier to say, Polk?
Yeah, Kennedy.
Yeah, Kennedy. Well, Kennedy, there was a Kennedy.
Okay,
there was a Kennedy. Yeah, the Kennedys went. All the fun names went. They were all good. I mean, there was a Carter. Like, everything was cute.
Yeah.
There was a Nixon, but I was like, Polk? Couldn't you have done Jackson for Andrew? Like, something easy.
Washington, anything's better than,
Polk.
Jefferson, something.
So that's who was left, was Truman and Polk, and Truman chose me. And I always
was there
found
a Lincoln?
There was a Lincoln. I mean, she had 9 babies.
Oh, yeah, okay.
But I guess somebody just got lazy and was like, this will be fun. Let's say Polk.
Oh. But
they all got adopted.
Let me just say, and I'm sure they didn't catch who did that, but I'm capable of things I don't even want to think about, me being capable of, when someone that would do that.
Same.
I mean, I could.
Same, at least, like, put it next. This was the other thing. I was like, you're a sick human being, and I'm not going to go down a hateful rabbit hole, but just put mama and the babies in a box next to, so somebody could come save them. Somebody working came out to take out trash and heard the babies crying, and then they came, thank God the good people that worked at 7-Eleven pulled every single thing out of the trash can and dumped in there and got everybody out. They pulled everything out to make sure they got all the babies out. And I was like, thank you, God, thank you for the sweet
but
people
if the
in
dumpster
Idaho.
thing had just come by and dumped it into the trunk.
Thank you.
I
can't even think about it.
There's just no...
A special place in hell. I'll say it.
It is.
There's a special place in
and
hell
I would
for those
rather be there sooner rather than later. I mean, I just lose all...
Same girl.
Anyway, I just need to shut up before I come
I know.
across like a
Karen and I
monster.
both we're like, we record this. Trust me, I don't have a whole lot of empathy. If you have it in your person to hurt an animal. I mean, I feel bad for a half an hour reprimanding dude.
Well, when someone says, what would you be if you weren't a comedian? I would say a vigilante.
Oh, you'd be a good one, because no one would see you coming. You'd be actually probably one of the best vigilantes on planet Earth, because everybody like, isn't she sweet? Meanwhile, Karen's like, I've slowly put something in your, Slurpee that's taking you out, you hateful sons of.
Yeah.
You'd be good at it.
Yeah.
You've really, Kay, that's a good second backup when you've just said,
I'd be the Dexter of the animal world.
If you don't write that joke, you better hurry up. I mean, you would be amazing. It's kind of like Robin Hood, right? Like, you're not robbing the rich, but you'd be just doing the avengeful work. It's Dexter for animals.
Yeah. I'm the animal avenger. And I'd throw my cape over my head and vanish into the night.
And just take off. Everybody like, where'd she go? We don't know, but we love her for it.
But she was here.
She was here, can't you tell?
Yeah.
Yeah, we have to think of what your signature would be. This is a good show. You should write this series. I'd watch this series. It's kind of like Kathy Bates on the new Matlock, if you haven't watched it, y'all.
I have.
So good. Mm-hmm. Like, because you don't see it coming. That's the kind of the Animal Avenger energy we need, Kay. If you could write that series, and yeah. Listen, we'll have Leanne produce it. She's a big EP now.
Yeah.
That's a great show where you do nothing but save animals. I'll guest star as the person that talks too much when everybody calls in to tell us. Like, I'll take the calls.
You can save the animals. I take care of the people who put them in harm's way.
I'll run the sanctuary where they get to rest out their days.
That's right.
And it could be any kind of animal, like we could have
That's
wild,
right. Oh,
like
yeah.
giraffes.
Anything.
Yeah, we're getting a call. They're like, listen, we're going to need little Kay to fly to Zimbabwe and get this elephant out of a circus situation, whatever. And then next thing you know is Karen's taking care of that person, and I'm coordinating. It's like CSI.
Yeah.
And I'm coordinating the flight to get this animal back from Mumbai or wherever it's at. And then it's me on like an anti-aircraft carrier looking very military-esque. I have on my weighted vest.
Yeah.
And we're getting this sweet animal back to the sanctuary. Kay, we're on to something here.
Yeah, and
I'd
I'm
watch
taking
this
care
show.
of the abuser. That's what
Yeah.
I'm doing.
And then Kay gives them a long speech of why they're a butthole before she takes them out, just like Dexter. Karen Mills, we have got a series. If any of y'all try to steal it, we'll come for you. Listen, this is a good show. Now, you're so smart and good with titles. Come up with the title, sister. We'll think on that.
I have to give that some thought.
Yeah, but I'll be the fun one that tends to the animals.
Yeah.
I love that.
Well,
That's
you
what
got to
make me-
coordinate them getting where they got to go.
And I love a
That's not-
logistic.
Yeah, you love a logistic. That's not my skill set.
Could you imagine? It's like we're running the Noah's Ark of the air. I'm like, everybody get on.
Yeah.
We've got to get back to the sanctuary. Little Kay's got work to do. I would watch this show. You guys, help us come up with a name. We have such a fun, like our listeners are such fun people and smart, by the way. Y'all know who you are. Help us come up with the name of this show. It's little K is the animal Avenger. We'll think of the elevator pitch. I'm running the logistics. I'm the fun one at the lab that's like, hey, Kay, I've dropped a GPS tracking device on this butthole human. You take care of them, and I'm getting this, ostrich extracted out of harm's way.
Yeah, Tracker meets Dexter meets.
Karen, we have got a fun show. Listen. I'm watching. I know y'all are watching. Karen and I'll be doing it. I've never cared about doing episodic or I love TV. That's like I like a documentary. I kind of like things that are a little more true. Nonfiction's kind of always been my jam. But I would watch this show. Like I always like a comedy, but this feels like it could be like a black comedy.
No, it could be a black comedy. And then I'm back on the farm, and in my little small frame self, you would never suspect had just put somebody 6 feet under.
It's like, did you watch the show? I did watch this one. Did you watch the series Killing Eve? On
I did not.
BBC? Oh my God, Karen, y'all, that's your next one. Put it in the hopper right now. You and Christy will come unglued. It is Sandra Oh, who is unbelievable actress. It's a British show, which I already know you're going to love it. I'm going to tell you nothing else. And Jodie, I think it's Jodie Comer. Unbelievable. When I tell you it's one of my favorite series I've ever watched, ever, it's hard to watch TV that's not made that good. Like,
Oh, wow.
it's one of the, and it won a bunch of Emmy. At its time, it won all the things. So, Killing Eve, give it a watch.
I'd always heard of it, but I never, for whatever reason, never watched it.
Back when I wasn't in my, when I was watching all the serial killer things, this is what was part of that. But you just made me think of this as kind of like a high vibe version, because there's something really, it's British humor, so I always think a lot of things are black comedies and British humor that aren't. But Sandra Oh is one of those great dramatic actresses that does comedy really well in the middle of, drama.
Right.
So there's a lot of tones of that. But this is what it reminds me of. So it's like a Dexter meets a Killing Eve, meets a what's the other one? Tracker.
Tracker, yeah.
You listen. We are walking into CBS with a pitch. Netflix coming. We just got to think of a fun name. This is a good show, Kay. Thank y'all for letting us flush it out with you. If y'all could help us with the name. And what would even be better is if our fake day job is that we were comedians. So really,
I feel like it's a fake day job.
Little do y'all know we're running the biggest animal sanctuary saving company in the world. What do? We're comics. Where are they? Check out our schedule. It's very vague. It's very vague.
Yeah, my schedule. I'll be playing wherever the next abuse is happening.
We've suddenly worked in where are they? They're in Istanbul and you're like, what? What's happening? I'm telling you, Karen, we're on to something here. Oh, y'all, thank you for listening to us. We love you. If you aren't listening all the time, what are you doing with your lives? Come on, are you following us on social media? If you're not, what are you doing with your lives? Please give us a listen. It would mean so very much. I'm at Trish Suhr, TrishSUhr, at everything, on everything. Karen, you can just find
Mills.
her.
Yeah, KarenMills.com. Everything's tied to the Karen Mills comedy.
She's got it all there. So we would love to hear from you. And of course, rate, subscribe, review, leave us a 5-star review. Do you like how I just go ahead and tell you to leave us a 5-star?
Yeah.
But tell us what you think. We would love to know.
And thanks for just letting us ramble. And
It's so fun. You know what it is? It's fun because you're our friends and we love seeing you in real life, and it brings us great joy. And I met some, what I know so far, listeners at your and Leanne's show in Thousand Oaks.
Oh,
So,
good.
yeah, it was really nice to just give people hugs and say hi. So thank y'all. It means a lot to us that you listen, and we love y'all, and we hope you have the best day ever.
Yay. Thanks for listening.
Love you guys. Have a good one.
Bye, honey.